wild swings in his play, was doing well in singles, and now he is everywhere you'd want him to be. So let's play pickleball.
Side out.
Tellez and Staksrud had a very impressive win over Matt Wright and Dylan Frazier to get to the final. Good 3-game battle.
That's a good test heading into this one. You can tell Staksrud and Tellez are going for pace right out of the gate on the Johns brothers, who will grind you until you give up.
Yes, you do not want to get into a dink battle with them, because that's what they want. They want to slow it down and then set up their offense.
Second serve.
Staksrud back to serve. Grew up in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Tellez originally from Colombia. Couple of smart angles from Federico Staksrud. He's familiar with Ben Johns and their times battling in the singles division.
0-1-2.
That's a big put away for Federico Staksrud.
And the Collin Johns frustration meter is up early as 3 net cords have gone against him. So he's got to just focus back in here.
Point.
And a foot fault on a pretty straightforward ball on Ben Johns here. So just a little drag of the right foot there.
Tellez and Staksrud, as you mentioned, were battle tested. They not only went 3 with Frazier and Matt Wright, but the match before that against Connor Garnett and Rob Cassidy also went 3. Federico Staksrud almost grabbed that one.
3-0-2.
Oh, Pablo Tellez seemed like he was on the hook for that point. Answered with a big counterpunch.
Yeah, because that dink was up, but he had the paddle in front and ready, and what a start for Tellez and Staksrud.
Side out.
Pretty loud yell from Collin there, so see if they can get going.
0-4-1. Point.
The crowd is acknowledging the volume on the no calls from CJ. Good look at him there. He's got his own signature paddle now. The Scorpius. Known for that scorpion. I'm sure we'll see it in this match.
Also sporting the Pickleball 360 on his sleeve. His company.
1-4-2.
He and Ben give lots of pro tips, help you build your game from the ground up. Oh, finding the corner was Collin Johns.
Yeah, great inside out forehand again after a very patient point where they will wait and pick their spots. The other thing that Ben will not give Tellez, which he just feasted on yesterday, is
2-4-2.
Ernie's of dinks up the line. So you'll see Ben keep it away from the sideline and not give Tellez a chance to get that fire into his game.
Oh, Ben Johns strikes first. Federico Staksrud gets the better end of that one. A lot of eyes on Dylan Frazier and Matt Wright in this tournament, and they end up finishing fourth,
yes,
dropping the bronze medal match to Collin Dawson and Hayden Patriquin. What did you make of that finish?
Yeah, a impressive run for the good young team of Big H, Patriquin and Collin Dawson, and happy for them to be able to get on the podium. And I'm sure those results were looked at by people across pickleball to see how that duo was going to work, and got to the semis and then lost their last two matches. And Johns and John seem to be getting used to the balls that are going to sail out here, but still down a couple.
Johns brothers also dealing with jet lag and recovery from a long trip overseas teaching pickleball.
Yeah.
Pickleball getaways. They told me not a good place to be jet lagged here in Denver with the adjustment to the altitude with your lungs and the way this ball plays.
Yeah, that compounds the differential for sure.
Johns was solid on every speed up except that one.
Just can't believe it after, that's the way this team plays. They're not in a hurry, and that's as hard as the net can get hit right there.
Second serve.
Ben Johns was up early this morning playing in the mixed doubles event with Annalie Waters. Already has 1 gold medal, 2 opportunities remaining today.
Point.
Another ball that's going to sail well out that they just either are getting tagged with or can't get out of the way of, and that's the frustration face for older brother Collin right there.
Is it good?
The delay as we're choosing a different ball after the last rally, so get one put in play.
5-3-2. Side out. 3-5-1.
Just missed. Ben Johns looked,
Second serve.
Can't believe it.
maybe questioning the call or couldn't believe he missed it. One of the two.
And he'd
Hard
have
to
to be transparent for us to be able to tell there. It is interesting seeing Staksrud and Ben cross-court dinking because they're like mirror images of the form. Staksrud definitely watched him and modeled his game that way.
Point.
That one just skids off the line a little bit. You know, and it feels like this has been rough going for the Johns. They must be in a big deficit. It's 1.
4-5-2.
Johns all over the speed up. They adjusted their game quickly. Tellez and Staksrud, who were bringing the pace early.
Collin on 5. 5-5-2. Point. Six, 5-2.
Oh, what an ATP from Collin Johns. And what a patient point before that.
Timeout receiver,
Saw it come off the tape.
In your backyard.
Oh, it's exciting that the BioFreeze USA Pickleball National Championships will be in Dallas at Brookhaven Country Club. It's going to be the biggest tournament in the history of pickleball.
5-7-1.
Pickleball Boulevard with all the great food of Dallas, concerts. You do not want to miss that. Make your plans now, early November.
Point.
Just wider, that would have been one of the sickest acute angles ever from CJ.
6-7-1. Second serve. Six, 7-2. Side out. Seven, 6-1.
Wow.
Second serve.
Thought Ben Johns was going to pull that one off.
Yeah, just great handle to Ernie there, and then
7-6-2.
a little skitter off the tape got Staksrud and Tellez ahead again.
Point.
That time Fed left it way too high, and that is absolute death if it's into that backhand of Ben Johns. So many
8-6-2.
options. That one he just plows right through Tellez.
Federico Staksrud has quick hands to match Ben Johns.
Yeah, good chance of rallying
6-8-1.
into the center after all those backhand dinks. So well understood from Staksrud.
Point.
Collin Johns pulled the trigger, overcooks it. Tellez and Staksrud climb within one.
Yeah, he's trying to get the name of his paddle up there and just didn't punch through it. Took a huge swat.
Oh,
Second
just
serve.
barely misses. Pablo Tellez thought he found the opening down the middle.
Yeah, and he loves the inside in, and Ben Johns handled that before,
7-8-2.
so then he tried to go back through the middle and just pushed it deep, and now
Side out.
a third flies. So a couple of big opportunities
servers.
there, and taking the first
8-7-1.
game would be massive for Tellez and Staksrud. Planning for the future, staying under the umbrella till
8-7-1.
literally he was called back into play.
Well, he's got one more match to go after this one. In the singles bracket. Oh, Ben Johns, sneak attack, backhand down the line.
So he knows the danger of the Tellez,
9-7-1.
Ernie. I think that one just clipped the tape on the way past Tellez.
Such a hard shot to hit.
Point.
The minute this match got slowed down, look at what the scoreboard became.
10-7-1.
Yes.
Second serve.
Second serve and game point for the Johns brothers.
10-7-2. Point. Game 11-7.
Missed return means the Johns brothers take the opening game.
0-0-2.
Playing the best team in the league, but if they just keep dropping the ball and dinking, they're going to lose. Much better.
Point.
Press the pace.
1-0-2. Point.
And that's the other thing. They are a very emotional team. Matt Wright was chirping at them in the
2-0-2.
semis, and they started chirping right back, and it got them going. They lost game one. We're now hearing some of that here to start game two.
Side out.
Now, these two will not be fazed by any chirping or
0-2-1.
anything else going on. They're going to just play their style.
Collin Johns
Point.
picks up the backhander and he tags Staksrud on his way down, gets the point.
Yeah, the net was part of the getting tagged here, but it's a great move by Collin.
1-2-1. Second serve. One, two, two.
A flying Federico Staksrud on a one-handed backhand. Keeps Collin Johns on his heels.
Yeah, big finish on
2-1-1.
that. You can't swing like that when you're all at the kitchen line, but when someone's back, certainly give them the full effect.
Oh, he almost
Second
hooked
serve.
it in. Staksrud.
Had room, and the hook is the exact right word. You've got to bend the paddle around
2-1-2.
there. Just didn't get enough of it.
Side out.
Ben Johns So steady.
I mean, that's the pressure on Staksrud with these cross-court dinks. If he leaves it up at all, Tellez is in danger. And that time he gets tagged with that patented Ben Johns backhand roll.
Point.
So patient, and then Ben Johns so good at finding the body.
Yeah, so Staksrud left one up, got Tellez pegged. Tellez leaves one up and gets Staksrud. That is not the way they meant to be equal partners right there, but that's just great job by moving the dinks around and then pouncing on the short one. And it is a handful to deal with these two when you're up at the kitchen line.
Point.
And then he does that. Ben Johns waits for his moment to
3,
pounce.
2, 1. Second serve.
So that's the key, to have a great aggressive serve and make that third shot difficult so that they don't get to the kitchen line and start all the chaos with the
3, 2,
dinking.
2.
Well done there again. So that is the formula. You just have to be able to execute it. So didn't let that get too far away from him. Down just one here.
Oh, Tellez strikes first. Pace was handled by the Johns brothers.
I love the choice, though, because their dinks earned them a chance to get ahead, and they had the Johns brothers in trouble, but their counters were good enough.
Side out.
And maybe Collin hasn't shown us the Scorpion much with the name of the paddle, but the Ernie has been terrific.
3, 2, 1.
Ooh,
Point.
crafty shot to go for from Tellez.
And that's what a two-handed backhand, obviously the lefty, so you can wait and hold it and let the right hand hit, sort of a right-handed forehand there. Just a little too much inside out there, but it was open.
Point.
And then Staksrud is frustrated and he is walking to the bench. So just like that, a little run and they're down 3.
The Johns brothers taking over game 2.
Returns and better fourth shots to keep the Johns brothers off the kitchen line, because the minute they get there, it's trouble. So what does that create is you try to keep them back and miss a volley deep, as Tellez did right there.
Second serve.
So you saw a very aggressive fourth from Staksrud, and Tellez followed suit. So that is a much better look at point construction for these two. Such a smart ball from Staksrud after a beautiful inside-out forehand from Tellez, because you know Ben Johns is going to fill in the hole that Collin had to vacate. So perfect cross-court ball from Staksrud.
Point.
And that energy that we saw at the beginning of game number 2 here, they need to get back to that as well. And 2 missed returns can certainly help that.
4-6-1. Second serve.
Pablo wanted that third shot.
Yeah, got a very
4-6-2.
weak return there and didn't do anything with it. Wow.
Side out.
So just error, 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 error. They got 2 points from it, but they could have gotten more.
Rumor has it
6-4-1.
Pablo Tellez also has a flight to catch going to Colombia from here. Has to be out of here by 2:30. Should be okay. Should be okay.
That airport is way out.
And full of Swifties.
Full of Swifties.
That was sorcery from Ben Johns. What is that?
That is a little windshield wiper, which people usually are very defensive, and then he's even flick that
It's
into
like,
the open court. So there's where the table tennis background, just that forearm strength helps. My goodness, that was ridiculous.
a windshield wiper flick. First time we've seen that one. And Pablo Tellez all over the middle ball with that lefty.
So nice job there. Ben tried to disguise the
7-4-2.
ATP there.
Thrilled to have you with us all Championship Sunday. Michelle McMahon, Dave Fleming bringing you the call here. Cameron Blackwood, current female pro, on the sideline. And a fine for Ben Johns. Long day for him. 3 matches to be played for this Championship Sunday.
Yeah, because it's a break between each of them. Annalee Waters had to be run out there 2 in a row. It had to be one or the other playing back-to-back.
Would you rather play back-to-back or take one off?
I actually like the Annalee Waters 2, then a break, and then get ready for singles. Ben having to start and stop twice, I think it's a little more difficult. But what a nice problem to have. I'm sure there's literally everyone else in the draw who would love to have that challenge.
Oh.
Ouch.
Point.
That is going to leave a mark in Colombia.
Game point for the
Pablo,
Johns brothers.
Look out.
10-4-2. Point.
Collin Johns finishes.
11-4.
Corner for your Tao. Thrilled to have them being a part of the PPA Tour now as well.
Love Southwest
Side out.
Airlines. They're my preferred airline. Now for sure with the PPA Tour.
Come on.
0-0-1. Second serve.
Oh, a bit of frustration from Pablo Tellez. Sometimes you just need to get out a big screen.
0-0-2.
Just
Let it out.
look at Fed's laughing at him.
Seemed to come out of nowhere. A little early, but
Side out.
keeps getting tagged. I don't blame him.
And Fed's like, okay, dude.
0-0-1.
Loud noises.
Point.
And now CJ shaking his head just a little bit, and that is never a good sign if you're playing against these
1-0-1.
two. Just a great job of fading and setting up the backhand counter. Fading meaning sliding just to the right a little bit.
Good
Second
find that
serve.
time for Staksrud, staying with it. Toe-to-toe with Collin Johns.
1-0-2.
You don't usually see someone lob out of the position Ben was in when they got that little, literally the slightest dink ever. And then look at Staksrud hook that, and then Tellez jumps in.
That's one way to take out your
0-1-1.
anger. You can
No
scream
doubt.
or just hit a big overhead like that.
As hard as you can.
Second serve.
See that Staksrud and Tellez getting caught in
0-1-2.
transition there, so didn't even make it to the kitchen.
Another backhand Ernie for Collin Johns. It's a luxury when you play with Ben, who takes over the majority of the court, and that's your sole responsibility to guard that right side of the court.
Yep.
1-0-1.
Oh. Oh, wow, what a point. We've got to run that one back on that little backhand. What
He
was
was
this
going
one?
to go around the post and then faked it and left it short in the court, and then great counter from CJ in the middle of that. But it was
2-0-1.
more entertainment value than anything, just to get Tellez looking for the ATP.
Oh my gosh.
Second
And
serve.
you've heard him talk about, I'm working on different shots and new things and all that. And
2-0-2.
adding new and entertaining looks. We saw the new windshield wiper flick that made its debut here in
Side
Denver.
out. 0-2-1. Second serve.
Now the paddle is getting punished from Tellez. So we've had volume
0-2-2.
and now a little paddle chuck.
Oh, tweener attempt for Collin Johns.
Well, he looked at Ben twice on that, thinking he was going to come back and get it because it's easier for your partner to
1-2-2.
go get that, but didn't communicate that well and too late for the tweener.
Point. Two, 2-2. Side out.
And that is Tellez's signature shot over there, inside in, meaning he pulls that left-handed
2-2-1.
forehand back down the line, but Ben Johns was ready.
Point.
And that is a dink that Ben has been just using really effectively. When he gets a ball in the middle, he tugs it back
3-2-1.
cross court, and it makes Tellez play a very uncomfortable backhand dink, and made a mistake there.
Point.
And it also opens up the Tellez backhand to make him dink with that. If you go up the line, he will ernie it. How many ernies has Tellez had today? 0. That's the discipline that this team has. They will not give you the things that maybe got you here.
Wow. Ben Johns with the Burt.
A Burt brother.
And despite having forehands in the middle on the side of Tellez and Staksrud, every ball going to the center of the court right now.
5-2-1.
Ben Johns taking over a 3-point lead for the Johns brothers. He could earn a medal winning this game.
Second serve.
Fans want more of this, so they're trying to urge them on. They know that they run hot, but they run emotional, and when it goes well, it can go very well.
Yes, yes. Side out. Two, 5-1.
Just out of reach for Staksrud.
Perfect read, but it was so shallow to the net, he just couldn't get it.
Two, 5-2. Timeout, servers. 2-5-2.
Event ever.
Time in.
Staksrud back to serve. See how that right hand injury holds up here.
Side out.
Side out. Serve back on the side of the Johns brothers.
5-2-1.
Oh.
Second serve.
So you can just look at the shadows and see why Tellez wasn't able to clobber that overhead, staring right into the sun. So just had to punch it back, but still get a win in that rally.
Point.
Staksrud must be feeling just fine because he went right back to the scene of the crime as he threatened an ernie in the same spot. Good grind out there to get the ball back without any more damage done.
2-5-1. Second serve.
Sometimes Collin is just offended with that. No, no, no.
2-5-2.
That is just such good defending from the Johns brothers.
I mean, all of a sudden, that Scorpius paddle just showed up. That was a beautiful ATP from Staksrud, and there's Collin Johns ready to bunt it right back into safety and keep playing on.
Yeah, 3 Yola paddles on display here on center court.
And then the very powerful 002 from Seltzer says enough Yola for 1 second here.
5-2-2.
Angle too, and that's a tough one to keep in there at that tight angle like that. Good job by Pablo there.
Point.
Again, if Staksrud's dink flies just a little too far, Tellez has so many places he has to defend, and that time Ben got him.
Side out.
Good job being aggressive and not letting the Johns brothers get to the kitchen. So they need to find some short returns and
2-6-1.
pounce and speed up here on their serve.
Oh, just caught in the corner for Tellez. Ooh.
Second serve.
Perfect amount of roll by
2-6-2.
Collin right in the corner, and then easy, sir, easy.
Side out.
Right at his feet. It's a good ball from Johns.
6-2-1.
He takes back the first serve on his side. Former tennis pro Collin Johns.
Didn't get it as far as he would have liked for that Ernie attempt, and knows he needed to roll, sort of flick it
6-2-2.
better than he did there. Punched it deep. Oh, and Ben challenged that immediately. So it has been a very light day of challenges here. I don't think we've had one. I think.
After review, the call on the court stands. The ball was out. Challenge is lost. Timeout is lost.
You've been
Resume play
overturned, Dave
2-6-1.
Fleming.
As have you.
Good eye, fans.
And so has
Good eye,
Ben
Ben.
Johns.
Good eye, Ben, from the crowd
in.
there.
Oh, the
2-6-1.
heckling. So good. Love to capitalize on that. If you're Tellez and Staksrud.
2-6-2. Point.
There we go.
3-6-2. Side out.
Tremendous first volley there from Ben with just pace and a little spin, so it's cutting away from Staksrud.
6-3-1.
And couldn't bunt that back into the kitchen.
Point. Seven, 3-1. Point.
And Tellez looking for the Ernie, and it has not been there one time, and Ben has just kept it inside the
8-3-1.
court enough to keep it out of that southpaw's range, and that time he gets a freebie.
Ben
Point.
Johns lets it go. They're 2 points away from another gold medal.
9-3-1.
Guy looks unimpressed.
Yeah, 12-year-old Matt needs a nap.
Second serve. 9-3-2.
Oh, wow. That was a crazy point. What a lob, first of all, from Ben Johns, and a great finish from Federico Staksrud. How'd he crash
3-9-1.
back in after tracking that lob down?
Yeah, great lob out of the air, so the lob volley, and then the shot after that, not Ben's best, and Staksrud identified it and pounced, and then that one just
Second
wide.
serve. 3-9-2.
Ben is smiling about something, bantering with Collin Johns.
Point.
Backhand punch for Tellez, showing life on the side of the 3 seed.
4-9-2.
Down 5.
You
Side
see
out.
Collin just slides, and then all he has to do is hit punch, hit backhands. He doesn't have to protect the other side of his body, and you are in jail. And he has
9-4-1.
perfected that for right side players.
Point. Ten, 4-1. second serve.
Wanted to end it with a flourish.
Championship point number
10-4,
2 for Collin Johns and Ben Johns. And they'll do it.
Match.
Another title for the Johns brothers. They had over 30 coming in.